Hello, today I want to show how to relate elements and how to manage lists. How to manage the lists. I want to remember you that to activate Grasshopper you can just click on the Launch Grasshopper button. Now, to begin this exercise, double click on canvas, type series to activate series component. You can find it under set sequence series. Parameter needed by series are start, the step size, and how many elements you need. By default 10. So now activate a slider with value 10. As you can see, when we type the number, Grasshopper generate by default a slider. Connect the slider with the step size input. And now if we connect a panel to series, panel is under parameter input panel. If we connect series with panel, we can see 10 numerical elements starting from 0 to 90. I want to highlight that the count system of Grasshopper always start from 0. The first element index is 0. The value, the index is always 0. So you have to remember to subtract 1 when you think which one you want. So if you want the first number, the first element, you need the index 0. If you want the second one, you need the index 1. The third one, you need the element 3, and so on. The index of the last element is obviously 9, and it's the 10th element. As you can see, the elements here are sorted all in the same box, in the same branch. In fact, the cable has the double line visualization mode, unlike the slider that has the single line cable, because it has just one element in one branch. And as you can see, the family name, the genealogy of the element has changed, because the first element pertained to family 0, to branch 0, while this series is a second generation component. So we have 0 semicolon 0 as ID. So we have here name of the father and name of the son. And here the elements contained in this branch. And this is how a list looks like. Now go to vector construct point, construct point. You can find it here, vector, submenu point, construct point. As you can see here, we have a component that looks like similar, but it's just the opposite, because this take a point and extract the coordinate of an existing point. So delete the construct point. Now we want a series of points that goes on y-axis. So connect the series with the construct point, and here you have 10 points that are ghosts. You cannot select these points directly in Rhinoceros. Now we want a parallel series of points. So a new construct point, select the slider and the series, copy and paste these two components. Now we will change the count parameter with 7, and we want to start this series at x coordinate, connected series with the y parameter, with the y input of the new construct point, and as you can see, on the left we have 10 points, and on the right we have 7 points, and we want to connect this different list of points. So now go to sets list. We are going to use these 3 components: cross-reference, shorter list, and longest list. We are going to start with longest list. Connect the first list of points with input A, and the second list with input B. What this component does is to relate all the element of the longest list with the element of the shortest list. So select a line component, connect the parameter A and B to the line, and you can see that the program connect couple of points, the first couple of points, and when we are at the limit of the shortest list, it connect the other points to the last point in the shortest list. Trying to complete the series. Now select these 2 components and move them above, and select list shortest list, and turn off this component. You can do it selecting it and click on mouse wheel and then disable preview. Connect the 2 points to 2-point list to the A and B component input, and now again a line component. Connect the to output with the input of the line component, and now as you can see, Grasshopper connect just the first 7 points, ignoring the other 3, because it can just use the shortest list as reference. So after 7 points it stops. Now turn off the preview of this component. You can do it also, select it and turn off the preview. Now select list, cross reference, and again connect the 2 lists to this component. Select again a line component, and now we have all the possible connection between the point on the right and the point on the left. If we connect a panel to the first component, we can see 10 lines because it follows the longest list that has 10 points. If we connect a panel to the second line component, we can see that we have 7 lines because it follows the shortest list that has just 7 points. And if we connect the last line component with the panel, we can see that we have 70 lines that are all the possible connection of the 10 point on the left and 7 point on the right. Turn off the preview of this last line component, and now we want to see the how Grasshopper relate element by default. So select a line component and directly connect the 2 list of points to this new line component, and as you can see, the default behavior is connect by longest list. And we always need to remember that Grasshopper by default uses this behavior, connecting the first couple of elements and then going on to the rest of the elements.